Hello! Today we will be focusing on the suit of wands. Wands are associated with the element of fire, which means they represent aspects of passion and creativity in your life. Things like major career moves, life changes, and action. Where swords, which we talked about last month, were about your mental fortitude in relation to an event, wands are about the specific moments of action with the event.
The Ace of Wands has you gathering all your materials, getting ready to go, and start on a new venture. It's best to take this time of inspiration and run with it as far as you can before your energy runs out.
And now that you're at the Two of Wands, it's time to take that inspiration that you had from the previous card and focus it in on where you want to go and make the choices that will get you to the next point in whatever journey you're going on. Which means this card is also one of planning. You need to consider where it is that you want to end up and also what you're going to need in order to get there.
The Three of Wands asks us to step out of our comfort zone and take an opportunity to do something new. But there's no need to be alarmed. You're actually prepared for this, and if necessary, you can always ask for help or even just open yourself up to help that's already been offered to you.
The Four of Wands really is one of having a safety net in place. It represents a place where things feel stable and content, and where you really feel like you have support for your future endeavors. It's a place either for retreating to or to really take stock of the good things that have come your way and enjoy them.
The Five of Wands represents a difficult situation, but instead of talking it out, everybody is just talking over one another and nothing is actually getting accomplished or solved, and everybody is just getting more and more miserable and angry. So when you pull this card, be the person that takes a step back and tries to listen instead of shout over everybody else.
In this card of the Six of Wands, you've done it. You've accomplished whatever it is that you set out to do. You worked hard and you earned the rewards that you are now receiving. When you pull this card, it really is just one that denotes a sense of victory and says that you deserve to enjoy everything that you get that comes along with that victory.
Next, we have the Seven of Wands. Now, sometimes when we achieve something, it's not over the second the achievement comes through. You have to continue to fight for it, and new challenges might arise, new difficulties that need to be addressed and taken on if you're going to get to continue to enjoy all of the fruits of your labor.
The Eight of Wands represents a time of extreme quick action. You don't have time to think things through. You have to make decisions now. It's a time to be resourceful and to take action right in the moment that action is needed to be taken. There's definitely no waiting around when this card comes up.
Next, we have the Nine of Wands. Now, you've been putting in all the hard work, and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Everything's almost done. And then that one last thing happens. One problem pops up, somebody really annoying gets their hands involved. There's just always that one thing. And that's what the Nine of Wands is here to talk about. It's here to remind you that you just have to get through it. You're almost done. Just keep going. There's no point in giving up now.
Here at the Ten of Wands, you have come to an end of a point in your journey. In this card, you might have been doing well, you might have reaped rewards, and those are all good things. But you also have ended up with a lot more responsibility on your shoulders. Sometimes that can mean you're actually not happy where you've ended up with after everything you've been through on this journey. But this card reminds you that that's okay. You can go through a journey, work hard for something, and then even when you've gotten it, you might decide it wasn't actually right for you. Life is always a sequence of journeys, and there's nothing to say that you can't leave this one behind and start a new one.
And now on to the Court cards. The Page of Wands is kind of similar to the Fool in that it's a bright young person setting out on a new journey. There's a whole world out there, and the Page is ready to explore and embrace it all.
The Knight of Wands is someone who knows what they want and they're not afraid to go after it. They don't just sit around planning for the day that their dreams will come true. They make sure that they go out and achieve them as soon as possible with any action that is required of them. But the issue of this is that sometimes it means that the Knight of Wands doesn't have the foresight to see the consequences of their actions. It's always good to take risks, but always make sure that you know that they might not always pay off and that you have contingency plans.
The Queen of Wands always has something going on, whether she's meeting with some or all of her many, many friends or exercising her creativity in whichever way she likes best. She's got a lot of goals, and you know it, and she wants you to know it.
The King of Wands was someone who was made to be a leader and knows how to delegate tasks. And people respect them for that because they know the king is putting in just as much effort as they are and is always going to be able to accomplish the goal at hand because of their passionate energy.
Thank you for tuning in to our discussion of the Suit of Wands. Our next section will air on Tuesday, March 30th at 3 p.m., where we will be discussing the final set of the Minor Arcana, the Suit of Pentacles.
Support public libraries. Like, share, and subscribe for more great videos.